Hey everyone, this is Joy Paris with Network.tv. We are on the green carpet for tonight's movie, 90 Feet from Home, at the Dances with Films Festival. I am excited to talk to the filmmakers and cast members of this film, so stay tuned and keep watching Network.tv.
Well, I play Scott Conway, who's he's been abused as a child. He's a Major League Baseball player, and his life didn't turn out the way he wanted it to. So he comes back, and he comes back for a reckoning with his stepfather, who was abusive to him, and he's got to deal with his brother and the passing of his mother, and a lot of regret.
When you got the script, I know it's based on a true story, but what was it about that really intrigued you that you felt this is something you wanted to do?
The family dynamics and the way that they were represented in the script was absolutely phenomenal. It's a beautiful script. Yeah, it was very powerful. It was very hard-hitting. It was very honest. There was no fluff to it. So that aspect of it, as reading it, it was a genuine page-turner, and it was a blast to be a part of on set.
So preparing for your role, obviously, you had to do that. Where do you go to in yourself or outside of yourself to get the emotional tone for your character?
Well, I spent a lot of time in the gym for the role. I spent a lot of time playing baseball, just to have that background. And then being able to stay in character through much of filming. I stayed with the director actually at his house, and I kind of stayed off in the room by myself, and we sort of stayed in it, and that certainly helped.
If there's one thing you came away with doing this role in this project, what would that have been?
We gotta forgive each other, and we gotta forgive ourselves. I hope they walk out of it wanting to mend some relationships, maybe look at themselves, what they've done, good or bad, to other people, and try to be better. I think the film offers that.
That is so fantastic. But before you leave the green carpet, social media, so everybody can find you, follow you, and stay in touch.
Yes, I'm Adam Hampton on Facebook. I'm also with Outsiders Productions on Facebook as well. So please follow me. I appreciate it.
Chase, tell me a little bit about the character you play in this film.
So the character I play, it's kind of a difficult subject matter, but it was difficult. It was difficult to get into that character. You know, I had to take a minute because, as you know, he's an abused kid in a troubled house. So before filming, I had to take a couple of minutes, kind of think about everything that character would be going through in that scene, and just kind of play it out in my head a couple of times just to really get in the zone. The person that the character is modeled after, he was there, so I got to talk to him, and my dad actually grew up in a similar situation, and so I kind of took him aside and I talked to him a couple times, just kind of got into his head about everything that's going on. Yeah.
So from doing this film, if there's one thing you learned about yourself doing this role in this film, what would that have been?
I think that patience is very important, really taking my time with the role and kind of just taking time by myself and seeing what I could do with the role was really important to me.
You seem like you learned something impactful. So before you leave the green carpet, social media, so we can find you, follow you, and stay in touch.
Pollock 21.
And that's across the board?
That's on Instagram and I think on Twitter as well. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Chase. Can't wait to see you more on the big screen. Thank you so much. Well, as producers of this very impactful, important film, what makes you choose something like this to do? There are many things you can pick. Why this one?
Well, this is based on a true story, and I think that's important for the audience because I think a lot of people relate to that. Anything that an audience can relate to, I believe, is important and engages the audience.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of piggybacking off that, there's so many ideas in Hollywood that have already been done and then redone again, reimagined. I think we wanted something that was real and hadn't been done before, and I think we found it.
An original.
Yeah.
What kind of challenges did you come across doing the project?
Scheduling. We had an awesome cast and crew. Everybody on this project worked their butt off for 6 to 8 months. They prepared for it the best they could, and it shows. on the camera. So the only challenging, I mean, come on, this was a breeze set. It was scheduling. That was it. That was it. There was nothing else.
Yeah, I think most of the issues came about in pre-production. I think during production we've worked with a lot of our team members before, a lot of these actors before. I mean, they, like, Tiff said, they brought 150%. We didn't have to ever go back and wonder, is this actor in it today? And that helps. If you can keep everything that's going wrong before you get there, that's half the battle, I think. Yeah.
Well, that comes to my next question. A lot of people always try to figure out, what does a producer do? So if you can share with the audience the most important job you have. Obviously, we know it's several things that are pretty important, but is the one thing you can share that's really important for an audience to get how important your job is? What would be the one thing you'd want to share with them? And
as a producer, you want to be organized. I got to say, waking up every morning, there was always an issue. You always want to put that fire out. You don't want to have any issues, but you're always going to get to that obstacle and jump over it the best way you can and, continue on with the day. That's what I would say as a producer.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do as much producing as Tiffany did, but I mean, I've always said, and I've said it earlier today, you have to outthink the problem. You can't throw money at it at this budget. And, we all want to be studio filmmakers, and you can say, oh, you need an extra $500,000, here it is. But when you're at this stage of the game, you get together with your awesome team and say, how do we work through this without having money to throw at it? Yeah.
well, if there's one thing you would like the audience to take away when they see this film, what would that be for you?
Okay. To me, I think everybody has like a little issue in life, but it's the way you take it and handle it and proceed forward in life to make yourself a better person. I think everybody kind of has a little bit of skeletons in their closet. It's just how you take it and move forward. Like, you've got to let that stuff go and move forward so you can be you and not hold on to your past. I think everybody deals with that. I know I have. I know he has. I think everybody's dealt with that. So I think that's really important. Walking away from this film, just kind of looking at it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's, to me, what if I was a moviegoer watching the movie? To me, it's, how willing are you, or how far are you willing to go to make things right in your own mind? When you've been wronged, because we've all been there, do you let it go, or do you try to get revenge? How far are you willing to go? And the characters in our film have to make that. I think all of them have to make that choice. So it's an interesting way to see it play out. Yeah.
Well, guys, congratulations. But of course, we all need to know social media so fans can follow you about the film. And if you have social media yourselves, what are they?
Yes. 90 Feet Film on Facebook. We also have a Twitter, 90 Feet Film. I guess you can follow me on Facebook. I'm kind of a boring person. It's mostly family and like film stuff, but it's, Tiffany McDonald's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Yeah, everything's on there.
Yeah, I'm on Insta. You know it.
Yeah, and the film stuff is always 90 Feet Film.
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, and then I have a Brett Bentman director on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's a lot. I don't know why we do this stuff. It's too much.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Congratulations. Nice chatting with you. Thank you so much. Thanks. Let's get him a little closer.
Hi, how are you?
Tell me the role you play.
Travis.
Travis, okay. We're with Evan. And Evan, tell us the name of your character and what is your role about?
Travis is a kid that is basically bullied by his stepdad and basically told that he's too fat and slow to do anything, to play baseball mainly. And the main character basically sees him and says, huh. And it just Travis reminds him of himself whenever he was little. And he just basically, not really trains him, but just gives him advice and helps him out to get better.
How important is a role like this, especially for young teens? I mean, bullying is a huge factor that's going on. So how important was it for you to tackle a role like this?
I mean, it was pretty important for me because it's, one of the building blocks to get better and better and better. It's also important for experience with interacting with other people because, it's a gloomy movie and all that. But there was actually a lot of plenty people in it, plenty of friendly people on it, and I made a lot of new friends. It was just a fun experience.
So I guess that's my next question. So what did you learn about yourself doing this film?
I learned that I can not only do just funny comedy roles, but I can also do serious roles.
Well, after tackling a role like this, what do you think your next role will be? What would you like to do next?
Maybe a comedy or like an animation or animated movie. I just like doing voices.
I like that. Well, I'm so proud of you to be in this film. But before you leave the green carpet, what is the social media so we could find you, follow you, and stay in touch? If you have any social media, right? Twitter, Instagram?
Yes, I have an Instagram. I'm not sure if I have anything else, but mainly all the stuff is just on Instagram. Evan, I think it's just Evan Soto or Evan Bulldogs.
Evan, congratulations. Nice to meet you. Continue good work. And voices, right? All right then.